Strudel Noodles. Happy October! It is clown season, which is when we are the most powerful. So it's no wonder you came to the circus today to gaze upon the clown queen. I have a gift for you. A list of clown's safety rules compiled from personal experience, namely, my last Halloween, a tragic night where lots of terrible, evil things took place. I've been sick ever since. I never did quite recover. Here's the thing of it, Strudel Noodle. I went out with my family. A very loud, rambunctious family. We are all clowns. We are all quite noisy. With not a shred of shame. No, no, no. The more people looking at us, the more we act up. So, the night was doomed from the start. So heed this warning now. Take my tips to heart. Don't do as I did. Don't say as I said. Starting with my very first tip, starting at the very beginning of the night. Do not throw candy at your Uber driver. I brought a rubber chicken shaped rubber purse with me to go out because I wanted to give candy out to all the other people at the bar. Like a nice clown, a sweet clown. And who doesn't love candy on Halloween? Of course, I mentioned my chicken full of candy in the car. The Uber driver said, "Ooh, I like candy." Me, in my dizzy little brain at the time, decided he must need candy right now. So I reached right into my bag and tossed him some candy. Unfortunately, he caught it with the back of his head, not his hands. So my Uber account was suspended. I was sent some very severe letters, and I was made to apologize before Uber agreed to pick me up again, which would be in about, 8 hours. Upon arriving at the bar, I sat down with my family by a large window, and a group outside of the window started calling to me, hey, ooh, ah, trying to get my attention. Oh my gosh, new friends. Let me note here that I had already been imbibing. Another member of our party had stolen a bottle from our first stop, and we'd split it between us for the duration of a little walk, a little bit of trick-or-treating. So I was already feeling pretty friendly. In my state, I thought this large window was a large door that just so happened to be set above the ground a little ways. So to go meet my new friends, to go frolic and be merry, I simply jumped out the window. I didn't realize it was a window until I got yelled at. I didn't realize it was a window until my youngest brother looked at the spot where I had been and gasped. He said, "Oh, you can jump out windows here?" And then he followed suit. He also got yelled at. So he also learned that night that windows are not doors, and you are not, as it turns out, allowed to jump out windows. I've learned now. I've also learned that perhaps when a clown is feeling a little loosey-goosey, she should not run off with strangers. All I remember from the interaction is that I ran to their table and spoke Simlish, just blah, 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 and they spoke it back to me. Blah, 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 blah. It could be that that's all my brain was able to process at that moment. Perhaps everybody sounded like blah, 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 to me at that point. I don't know. All I know is that I made new friends, and shortly after was rescued from my new friends. I was dragged back to the table where even more evil clown shenanigans were about to go down. None of us have stopping sense, so we just kept going and going and going. Eventually, my twin brother, Hitchhike Horace, needed to go use the facilities. He went with my youngest brother. Roscoe or Rocco? What name was he using that night? Roadkill Roscoe? Roadkill Rocco. I think he was calling himself Rocco. Roscoe. Oh, poor little thing. I can't even remember my own brother's name. Anyways, Horace ran to the bathroom because he needed to take a whiz. He took our littlest brother, Roscoe Rocco, with him to go pee with him. Horace went into the stall. Roscoe stayed outside the stall. Something terrible happened, and Horace fell into the toilet. Dun, dun, dun. Also, his phone did. It was destroyed completely. It drowned. It drowned, which frightened Horace, because then he was flailing around in the toilet, flailing and getting wetter. All his costume bits and baubles were falling into the bowl, and he was just falling in deeper. I don't even know how he fell, really, because I thought guys stood up. But anyways, he fell into this perilous ocean of a potty bowl, and he couldn't get himself out, and the situation was just getting worse and worse. He's splashing everywhere. He's screaming for help. Help, Rocco! Help! Help! Rocco's not coming into the stall to save him. Time is running out. We can hear the drowning sounds. Oh, Horace is panicked. He finally launches himself out of the toilet seat. And he's on land, but he can't figure out how to get out of the bathroom stall because he doesn't know which wall was the door. It's all jumbled up in this bar. Some of the windows are doors, the doors are windows. The bathroom stall somehow loses a door and becomes nothing but stall, 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 stall. He's trapped. He's spinning around. His clothes are spraying water everywhere. He's screaming, "Help, Rocco! Help! Help me! Help! I'm drowning!" Still, nobody is coming to save the poor little clown. Help! Help, he says. He leans back and goes flying out the bathroom door, where he proceeds to spin like a top. Rocco was not in the bathroom with him, guarding the door and making sure nobody could come in. No. There's two strange drunk men standing out there, listening to the drama he was going through, not offering help. Just giggling, giggling at the poor clown drowning in the potty. And as Horace's spinning came to a stop and he caught his balance, the men pointed their beers at him and said, "Ah, the man of the hour." Whereupon Horace scurried away, just completely ashamed and immediately trying to bury that memory, process it out, squash it down where all of his other trauma lives. Poor Horace, he was soaking wet. He had no phone left at all. A disaster. So, generous brother that he is, he came back out. Bought us all more rounds. Thanks, Horace. While we are on the topic of little brothers, we were there with my two little brothers in tow, my sister and her fiance. The subject came up that every one of us at the table had kissed a man at some point, men and women alike, except for the littlest brother, Roscoe Rocco. He said, "Well, I've never kissed a man." And we were like, "Oh, not even drunk? Not even playing around or feeling affectionate?" He said, No. No experimentation for me. No, thank you. Never kissed a man, so I don't know what it's like." So my sister's fiance took it upon himself to give my littlest brother his first man kiss. A big smooch right on the lips. Oh, everyone's first time is always so sweet, isn't it? Well, then the rest of the table was very put out. Why does the littlest brother get a kiss? So my sister's fiance went around the entire table and gave each of us a kiss. Looking back, that was very inappropriate. It's not appropriate to share fiancés in a family. Sharing was not caring. In the moment it was. In retrospect, maybe our family has some issues. Which leads me to the next point. Eventually we got kicked out of the downstairs in the bar. A shame, I know. And we were told to go upstairs and stay upstairs in that bar. They wanted to quarantine us from the rest of everyone because we were extremely misbehaved. To this day I feel shame. I'm blushing under my grease paint. At this point, I was gone. I was there in body, no longer there in spirit. I don't recall a thing, but I am told we were eventually made to go back downstairs. Not for me. Nope. My little leggies were not gonna do it. Oh, no, 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 no. So I decided that it would be easiest to hitch a ride down. So I grabbed my sister's fiance's leg and hugged on like a little koala bear and told him to bring me down the stairs. Genius, right? Yes, I thought so. Why not hitch a ride down? It's perfect. He's a big man. He can carry me. I'm just a little clown. So I hitched a ride down on his leg, and I think I fell asleep on the leg. And eventually I slid off the leg and fell asleep on the sidewalk. But anyways, that leg ride has haunted me all year long because my sister hated it. My sister did not like that at all. Nope. That was crossing a line. Very inappropriate. I got called out very loudly at the Christmas dinner in front of any family that wasn't there. I'm so sorry for hitching a ride. I just assumed your fiance was a human Uber. I'll never do it again to any other fiance in the future. Nya, 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 nya. I do not remember the Uber ride home. I've heard the story and what a disaster it was, how we all just piled into another giant Uber with all of our drinks in tow, splishing and splashing everywhere. Not a one of us was sober enough to take care of ourselves, and this is like a caravan full of clowns. It wasn't just a few of us that went out. It was, you know, probably a baker's dozen of grease-painted idiots. By then, we are a mess. We've all got bits and baubles of us missing. Horace is still soaking wet, just marinating in potty water. Half Roscoe's face was just missing. His girlfriend wasn't feeling good because she doesn't drink, and we just, you know, forced fun juice down her throat. My sister's simmering. She's not having a good time because everybody has molested her fiance. I thought I was a priest at one point and married them. I don't recall that. I also stole some man's wife. I vaguely recall that. There were certain parts of her I liked very much. Anyways, the Uber ride home. Don't remember it. I was blacked out drunk. We all crashed at Horace's house that night. Eventually I wake up as the sun comes up. And I'm just, not feeling good. Not feeling good. Did I hydrate last night? Yes, on everything but hydrating things. So really, no. I hydrated on sugar water and potato water. So I need to go home. I call yet another Uber and say, hey, please come rescue me. He comes. I get in the car. I should have known it was going to be a disaster because this guy looks straight out of The Hills Have Eyes casting. This car is old, beat down, it's red, it's got no windows, it's got no AC, but Kitsy Clown hurts. I was nowhere near clear-headed yet. I just wanted to go home. I just wanted a shower. I wanted some junk food, please. So I get in this car. I put in my address, and he starts going in the exact opposite direction I need to go. Maybe he's going to pop a Yui eventually. We're going down the road for about 10 minutes, and I realize he's not going to pop a Yui. I'm being clownnapped. Probably because I'm all and he knows that I can't defend myself, so now this is a whole situation, and my brain is not here. You know, body's still here. Spirit is still off with the other Halloween spirits lined up on the bar. And I'm like, hey buddy, this isn't the direction of my house. And he goes, sure it is. And I say, no, surely not. I'm about half an hour that way. So he's like, fine. We'll stop and get gas. And I said, that's fine, great. And he asks me if I have accepted Jesus Christ into my heart. And now I know I'm not being clownnapped. I'm just straight being, you know, taken care of forever, and I'm probably gonna end up in the trunk. So I'm like, yeah, let's go get gas. He asks me if I have gas money. Not standard Uber protocol. I've never encountered that, but I was hazy, so I said, sure, I'll buy gas. We pull into the parking lot, and he leaves. He left. He never came back. He just left me there. He turned the car off, took the keys, and left. Perhaps the car was stolen and he decided not to woohoo end me. But it took me a really long time to realize both I and the car had been abandoned. So eventually I got out of the car, and that's when I realized the situation I was in. Here I was, standing in the middle of the parking lot of a gas station, in the middle of a hugely populated, busy tourist city in Florida. There's always somebody walking around. And here I am, still blitzkrieged. My shoes are gone. My clown onesie is on. Half of my makeup has been smeared off. My nose is missing. Nowhere to be found. Oh, my wig is off, so I'm wearing nothing but a wig cap. I am a mess. I am pathetic. I am a tragic creature. Just hideous. Hideous. Pieces of me are falling off. I'm the one spinning around and flailing now, needing help. And every time I move, candy comes spilling out of my purse. I lose another gemstone or smear off more grease paint or lose another accessory. This is terrible! I call another Uber. I go home. In mostly one piece. I'm missing some clown pieces. I'm a little bruised up, a little miserable, pretty thirsty, pretty hungry. So I decide to order some food for delivery. Please, something. I order Thai for breakfast. Delicious. Some lemongrass tofu with some little stir-fried noodles, egg rolls. Oh my gosh, it sounds divine, doesn't it? My phone pings, ding! So-and-so has picked up your order. Guess who it was? Guess who it was? Oh no, not the murderous, kidnapping Uber driver. No, no. It was an ex-boyfriend. Naturally, it was an ex. One who I had recently been extremely rude to. Completely nasty. So that food was spit in for sure. Did I still eat it? Of course I still ate it. It was salty and delicious. Did I go running downstairs to pick the food up, still looking like a drowned, oily clown? Yeah, I sure did. Because unfortunately, I'm not actually capable of feeling shame, so my adventures just go and go and go and go and go. Other people around me feel my shame. I don't feel it. So I just keep going until every situation is this whole big thing. Anyways, my strudel noodles. I really need to impress upon you that you shall never, ever party like KITZI. Don't ever go out with KITZI. If you go out this Halloween and see a family of clowns partying, it does look fun. Oh, I know. And you will have fun. But do not approach. Do not engage. You will be sucked in, indoctrinated into the group, and you too will fall with us. You too will have the most terrible adventures. But you know what? It would be more fun to join the group, so if you see me and all of my family out on October 31st, come on over, Strudel Noodle. Take a seat. Come join the clowns, and then you can be a part of my next safety tips video. Happy Halloween, sweetness.